everyone, nice to see you again. Welcome back to Pacific Front channel. October 2022 is almost over. And as always, it's time for us to look back at what happened in the Indo-Pacific region in October 2022. To be honest, this is a mixed month for Indonesia. 1 week, we got new MCM vessels. Then a week later, a plan to acquire the Mirage 2000 was moving forward. But we're not going to talk about that again today, since we already discussed those topics in the past 2 weeks. So, what else happened in the Indo-Pacific region this month? Let's jump into the video. We're gonna start today's video with a story from Malaysia. Earlier this month, the Malaysian government has finalized a tender to procure 2 MPA aircraft for the Royal Malaysian Air Force and will soon award the contract to Leonardo. The matter was disclosed by the Malaysian Defense Minister via an official social media, saying that the government has agreed with the MPA offer made by Leonardo and also for the procurement of 3 Ankamel UAV from Turkish Aerospace. The defense minister didn't mention the aircraft types, but Leonardo has proposed their ATR-72MP for Malaysia's requirement. The ATR-72MP is a low life cycle cost, high availability maritime patrol platform that can be configured for anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, and electronic intelligence missions. I still can't confirm what sensor suites Leonardo offered to Malaysia, but I'm pretty sure it's from European or American companies, not from the Israeli-made ones like the Philippine Air Force will have in their LRPA projects. No matter which sensor suites that they choose, the basic capability of the platform will be similar. It will be able to conduct maritime surveillance, fisheries protection, counter-smuggling and drug trafficking operations, EEZ patrols, and SAR operations. Although I also don't know what Anka variant that Malaysia picked, I believe it's gonna be the Anka S. This UAV has an endurance of 30 hours, service ceiling of 9,000 meter, cruising speed of 204 km per hour, and range of 250 km for line-of-sight operation. Besides for surveillance missions, Anka S can also carry armaments such as Smart Micro Munition, Cirit 70mm laser-guided missile, and UMTAS ATGM. In the past couple of years, I see Malaysia beefing up their MPA capability, which is understandable considering their coastline, which are in the Strait of Malacca and the South China Sea, also to counter piracy and terrorism issues along its coast, especially in the Sulu Sea. Previously, with the help of the US Maritime Security Initiative Program, the Royal Malaysian Air Force has converted 3 of their CN-235 troop transport variants for MPA duty. The first converted aircraft was sent back by the Indonesian Aerospace last June, the second one was delivered earlier this month, and the last one is expected to be finished by the end of 2022. With 2 additional MPA aircraft and 3 MAL UAV, will surely enhance their capability to safeguard Malaysian waters. Next, we have a story from South Korea. On 19 October, Poland signed a $6 billion contract for 288 K2-39 Chunmo MLRS with Hanwha Defense. The contract was signed by the Polish Minister of National Defense and the President and CEO of Hanwha. The first batch of 18 Chunmo will be delivered to the Polish Armed Forces in 2023 and will equip the Polish Army 18 Mechanized Division. A Polish armament agency spokesperson said that the Chunmo systems will be adapted and modified to meet Polish Artillery Corps standards. This includes the integration of Polish subsystems such as Jelk Truck from PGZ, Topaz Automated Fire Control Systems from WB Electronics, and Polish Communication and Battlefield Management Systems. Hanwha also added that they plan to award contracts to Polish companies for ammunition and command, technical support, and technical evaluation vehicles. According to some sources, Poland wants to acquire the HIMARS from the US, but the US cannot fulfill Polish demands in a timely manner, so the Chunmo MLRS was chosen as an alternative. The K2-39 Chunmo was developed to replace the aging K1-36 Kuryong. They began development in 2009 and entered service with the Korean Army in 2015. For its armament, the Chunmo can carry 20 130mm rockets, 12 227mm rockets, or 12 239mm rockets with an effective range of 36, 45, and 80 km respectively. At this point, I feel like Korean defense equipment will win every contract that Poland issues in the future. Before, we knew that Poland bought hundreds of the K2 tanks and K9 howitzers, they bought dozens of the FF-50 as well, and now this. I'm pretty sure when the KF-21 is ready for production or when the KSS-3 submarine enters service, Poland will be interested as well. Congratulations to Korea's defense companies for winning these major contracts. But this is not a win for Korea only. Poland is also the winner and will benefit greatly from their procurement program. Now, they have a capable alternative source of defense equipment to fulfill their needs outside their traditional partners in Europe and the US, and the offset they get from this procurement will directly or indirectly help the Polish economy and defense industry in the coming years. Moving on to Japan, on 12 October, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries or MHI launched the third Taige-class submarine for the GMSDF. The third submarine, named JS Jinge or Fast Swimming Whale in Japanese, is part of the advanced diesel-electric attack submarine meant to be the successor of the Soryu-class submarine. JS Jinge is expected to enter service in 2023. She has length of 84 meter, width of 9.1 meter, displacement of 3,000 tons, and has 70 crew. She has 6 533mm torpedo tubes for the Japanese-made Type 18 heavyweight torpedo and a sub-launch harpoon missile. The external appearance of the Taige class is not much different from the Soryu, but she is 100 tons heavier and has a completely different interior. First, she uses lithium-ion batteries instead of the AIP system installed on the first 10 Soryu-class submarines. And second, the capabilities of the sonar and combat command systems have been improved, and the use of new acoustic absorbent materials and a floating floor structure of the boat makes her quieter than the predecessor. She is also equipped with torpedo countermeasures or TCM to improve survivability. The lead boat JS Taige will be used as a dedicated test submarine to conduct tests for all future technology related to GMSDF submarines. I have a question for my Indonesian brothers. As we all know, Japan is relaxing their restriction on defense export. If they offer these subs to us just like the Mogami-class frigate, are you interested? We're gonna end today's video with a story from Colombia. Yes, you heard it right. Colombia is technically in the Pacific, and I think it's a bit unfair if I left them and other countries in the west coast of the Pacific out of my channel scope. In early October, Daman was selected to partner with Colombia's state-owned Cotemar shipyard to design a new generation of multi-role frigates for the Colombian Navy. A contract for co-development of the contractual design for the new vessels was actually signed in late September, but only announced this month. No details of the contract were disclosed, but it was revealed that the design will be an adaptation of Sigma 10514 baseline, which was previously built for Indonesia and Mexico. The program calls for the local construction of up to 5 multi-role frigates with a contract value of around $2 billion. The new frigate will have anti-air, anti-surface, and anti-submarine capabilities, and also can support helicopter operation. The contractual design is expected to finish in 18 months to establish a design baseline that fulfills the requirement of the Colombian Navy. For me, Daman Sigma is a perfect platform for a country who wants to have an advanced vessels for their navy, but also wants to develop their local shipbuilding capability. I'm personally quite proud of our Sigma fleet. They are the face of our navy. And the experience gained after building 2 of them have increased our confidence to build even more challenging vessels like the Arrowhead and Frame, whenever these vessels will be built. And I believe when these Sigma frigates are built and enter service, our Colombian brothers will have the same proud feeling like I do. That's it for today. 4 stories from the Indo-Pacific region in October 2022. New MPA for the Royal Malaysian Air Force, big win for South Korea defense industry, new submarine for the GMSDF, and the future frigate of the Colombian Navy. What do you think of these stories? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching everyone. I'll see you in the next one.